Students studying at Avondale are provided access to Moodle, the learning management system used at Avondale. To access Moodle from the college website, click on the Current Students button at the top of the page and scroll down to just below the image that's displayed and look for Moodle Avondale Online Learning. Click on this link to log into Moodle. Click on the Login button. After clicking on the Login button, you'll be given the opportunity to put in your ID and password and then click the Login button below. This is the dashboard. It can be accessed at any time by clicking the Dashboard button in the toolbar. Check that the Courses tab is selected. Most of the units you wish to access will be available under the In Progress list, but you may wish to also check the Future and Past buttons. Click to select or scroll to see any units further down. A Moodle dashboard can also be configured to display like this using the My Courses block, but its function is the same as the Course Overview block. If you're new to Avondale, it's likely that the Academic Integrity modules will be automatically included in your list. It's a requirement that you complete these in your first semester at Avondale. On the right-hand side, you'll see a number of blocks. Some users prefer to click on the little left-pointing arrow next to each of these and to move the blocks across to the left-hand corner of the screen, which provides more space to display the Moodle content. Let's select one of the Moodle units. In the top section of the Moodle homepage for this unit, as is most units, there's usually general introductory material, information about the lecturer, and even links to specific week numbers. Once again, there are blocks that appear on the right-hand side, and by clicking on the little arrows next to those, you can actually move all of those blocks across to the left. And this once again creates more space for the Moodle content. Not only is there introductory material about the lecture, but there's also a number of other links to resources that are quite important. You can see there's the academic calendar, a student services link and a code of conduct. When you click on some of these links, a fresh tab appears, and you'll notice that I'm using Firefox. It's the preferred browser for Moodle. And this particular document, the code of conduct document, appears in a separate tab and is available for download, and you can click up in the right hand corner there and download that file if you wish to. Just closing that tab by clicking on the X at the end of it will take you back to the home page. Unit information is also available in the top section of most Moodle units. The unit outline and the unit information are important documents that students should download and have readily available. Forums are a part of interaction with Moodle, and news and announcements from the lecturer occur throughout the semester. Any news or announcements made by a lecturer are available and they can be accessed at any time. You'll see across the top we've got the Moodle unit code, and if we click on that, that will take us back to the Moodle unit that we're accessing. The dashboard button takes us back to the page which lists all of our Moodle units. Let's scroll down a little further. There's often an assessment section in a Moodle unit, and this is where you may have access to the cover page and a style guide, and then submission links for your assessments. All these submission links shown here are Turnitin submission links, and Turnitin is a repository for submitting Moodle assignments. And if you want to learn a little bit more about Turnitin, you can go to the college library website, and scrolling down to where it has academic integrity, you'll be taken to a page if you click on that link which talks about Turnitin plagiarism. Okay, let's just go back to this unit, and below the assessment section, weekly topics and associated activities and resources are displayed. Resources and activities available each week will include lecture material or documents that are required by students. It may include recordings as well. And you can see there's even a quiz here. If you click on that item there, you'll be taken in and given the opportunity to continue or to commence the attempt of a quiz. When you're attempting a quiz, the number of questions that are available in the quiz are displayed, and you can go to any question at any time. And once you've completed the quiz, you then finish the attempt and submit it. Once again, I'm going back to the top up here. I'm just going to click on the unit code to take me back to the top of that particular unit. Let's scroll down again and have a look at one other thing which was in the assessment section. As we said, there's Turnitin assessment links here, but there's also a submission link here for a slow motion or a video clip. Kaltura allows students to submit assignments in Moodle that are video files that can be quite large. Prior to submitting video files, it's important that students create a movie file in a movie format, and then by clicking on the navigation tab Under Site Home you'll see My Media, and My Media is where all media for an individual is stored. And once video files have been added to My Media, they can then be submitted, or as you can see there is a media file and it is possible to publish this so other students can see it. But just check with your lecturers on how they expect you to use media submissions for any assignments. Okay, I'm going back to the dashboard now, which will show us our list of units. I'm going to choose the second one, which is the unit that we're having a look at, and let's just scroll down a little bit further and have a look at some of the other items that are likely to appear in a typical Moodle unit. As we said, there are week numbers for each of the topics. If, for example, we look at this particular lecture, there'll be a number of items in here. This is an audio recording. Here's a little video file as well, and by clicking on that a video page will appear and a video will start playing. Let's just close that one and that will take us back to the main page. Let's scroll back to the top of the screen, and this time we'll click on the dashboard icon to return to our list of units. We just have a look at another unit on the list here just so that we can actually see a couple of other things that you might find in your typical Moodle unit. Often lecturers will display information on related resources altogether. In this particular resource here, we'll see that there's a number of chapters in what's called a Moodle book. And by clicking on the table of contents items on the right hand side, the various pages or chapters of the book will be displayed. If we go back to the beginning of this unit as well, by clicking on the unit code there, we can also see that there's some material displayed in a folder. And in a folder you see a variety of documents or resources that are available, and you can either download the folder or look at the individual documents. So we'll go back to the beginning of that unit. It's probably a good idea just to point out that should you wish to return all of those tabs that are sitting on the left hand side to the blocks on the right, you just click on the arrow in the bottom left hand corner, and by clicking on that you'll see that the activities, announcements, recent activities and navigation blocks all appear there. If there's nothing under a particular block, you click on the plus item next to it and it will show you all the items that are normally available under that menu. There's the Site Home under navigation and the My Media item which we used before. So I hope you have some understanding now of what a Moodle unit can look like and are able to find your way around your particular Moodle units. It's a good idea when you're finished to simply log out, and you can do that by clicking up the top where your name is and choosing Log Out to ensure no other users can access your Moodle content. All the best with your study and accessing online resources. And you might be interested to know that lecturers have access to all your user logs and can easily identify how much activity you've participated in online. So we wish you well, and remember, active student engagement in an online space will help you have a successful semester at Avondale. All the best.